Welcome back to After School Psychology. Today we're going to be talking about some subtle but unmistakable signs that a woman is sexually interested in you. Now I want to be clear, we're not talking about girlfriends or wives here. This is for those situations where you're interacting with a female friend or acquaintance and you start to get the vibe that she wants something more. These signs can be easy to miss if you're not paying attention, so it's important to keep your eyes peeled. With that said, let's dive into the indicators that she's into you in that way. Sign 1. She wants to sit next to you. Pay attention to where she positions herself when you're in group settings. Does she always seem to maneuver her way right next to you, even if there are other open seats available? This isn't just about physical proximity, it's about her wanting to be in your personal space, to share that intimate vibe with you. When a woman feels sexually attracted, she'll subconsciously look to close that distance and get as near to you as possible without making it too obvious. It's a primal instinct to get close to the person she desires. Sign 2. She looks at your lips. This is one of the biggest giveaways, and you've really got to be observant to catch it. When she's talking to you, her gaze will naturally drift from your eyes down to your mouth from time to time. She'll just get distracted by your lips. That's because on a subconscious level, she's imagining what those lips would feel like on hers. Your mouth becomes a powerful point of focus when there's a physical attraction brewing. If you notice her eyes lingering there a little too long in conversation, it's a sign she's into you. Sign 3. She likes to touch you. Physical contact is a green light that she's comfortable with being intimate. Things like tapping your arm when she laughs at your jokes, brushing against you as she walks past, or even quick hugs when you say hello or goodbye. Innocent enough on the surface, but loaded with subtext. When a woman is attracted to a man, she'll find basically any excuse to make that physical connection, to share that momentary touch and electrical charge. Light physical contact is a gateway to seeing if there's a possibility for more. If she's hitting you with these flirty little touches regularly, it's one of the biggest signs her interest goes beyond the platonic. Sign 4. She always smells nice. When a woman is hoping to capture your interest romantically, she'll go out of her way to smell amazing whenever she's around you. You'll notice she's always freshly showered, with a delicious fragrance wafting from her hair and skin. This is pure biology at work. Females naturally want to produce enticing scents that draw a male in on a primal level. Think of a flourish of delicious baked goods smells luring you into a kitchen. It's the same principle. Her sweet perfumes and intoxicating shampoos are designed to appeal to your senses of smell and desire. If she consistently seems to have put extra effort into smelling her best in your presence, it's likely because your presence is extra important to her. Sign 5. She is smiling a lot. Smiling is a scientifically proven indicator of romantic interest, desire, and attraction. When a woman can't stop beaming around you, her face is betraying a deep internal feeling of happiness, comfort, and excitement just being in your presence. More than that though, smiling causes the release of brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, making her feel legitimately better whenever you're around. Her bright, cheery expression whenever you meet up is her body's way of basking in those delicious feelings you inspire in her. Matched with extra warm eye contact, and you've got yourself one smitten lady who can't help but radiate joy whenever you're nearby. Sign 6. She displays subtle hints. This one requires some perception and reading between the lines. When a woman is attracted but trying to keep it low-key around you, she'll drop all sorts of small, innocent-seeming breadcrumbs and hints about her interest. It could be something like casually mentioning being single whenever relationships come up in conversation. Or a blatant "I'm never dating again" line after a story about a breakup. She may ask for your opinion and insight on dating and relationships more than you'd expect, basically angling for you to broach the topic of the two of you. Other hints include flagrant flirtatious banter and physical closeness that goes a little beyond the platonic norm when you're together. These hints are her way of gauging your interest while leaving an opening to deniability. If you catch the vibe and call attention to it, she can't get called out for being too forward. Either way, if you recognize the hints, you'll know there's a spark there. Sign 7. She sends you photos of herself. In this digital age, unsolicited selfies or snaps of her looking amazing are essentially a modern mating call. When a woman goes out of her way to make sure you see how good she looks, it's not just about an ego boost. She's advertising her beauty to you in hopes of grabbing your interest. These photos will seem to come out of nowhere, like you're just casually chatting and then bam, a sudden flirty photo of her hits your messages. It's her way of keeping herself lodged in your mind and imagination when you're not together. Essentially, she's putting her romantic stock on the market for you to notice and make a move if you're interested. It may start out innocuously enough, but if the frequency and sultriness of the selfies escalates over time, she's working her way up to something. Sign 8. She sets a certain date that is close to your house. When a woman plans a hangout or meet up at a time and location that's conveniently close to your place, it's rarely a coincidence. This is a classic hint that she's hoping things could lead somewhere more intimate by the end of the evening. Maybe she suggests coming over to your neighborhood to study or just hang out when there are other viable locations. Or she tries to circumvent going to a public place at all by setting up a low-pressure Netflix and chill situation. Whatever the specifics, the underlying aim is to smoothly end up in a private, closed-off environment once she's got you hooked. She's making it easy to escalate the vibes if you're both feeling it, while maintaining plausible deniability. But make no mistake, if she's maneuvering to get into your personal space, she's probably working towards an intimate endgame. Sign 9. She comes up with a lot of reasons to text you. When a woman can't stop hitting you up, it means she just wants to keep engaging with you on any level she can. Those constant text barrages are her way of staying present in your life and top of mind, even if the conversation subject is totally mundane. She'll make up the most inane reasons to pop into your messages like, "Did you see what she was wearing last night?" Or "I can't remember the name of that song you showed me." It's really just an excuse to keep the dialogue going. If she wasn't interested in you, she wouldn't need to have these meaningless conversations. She'd lose your number. But because she's attracted, she'll take any tiny entry point to interject herself into your day and keep that flirty energy flowing between you both. When the texts become excessive or she doubles down on inside jokes and callbacks to previous hangouts, it's a clear sign the interest goes beyond platonic. She just wants to immerse herself in your mental space as much as possible. So there you have it, 9 unmistakable signs that a woman is crushing on you hard. The hard part is being aware and perceptive enough to actually notice these subtle cues when they're happening. If you can read between the lines and connect the dots on these telling behaviors, you'll never miss out on an opportunity with someone who's into you again. If you found this valuable, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to After School Psychology for more dating tips, tricks, and hacks.